Welcome to Rugby Basics, your number one rugby channel. This is part 3 of the Scrum series, and we'll continue to discuss when to use Scrum, so when is a Scrum formed, and which team gets to throw it in. A Scrum can be awarded when a maul ends unsuccessfully. So I'd highly recommend watching the maul series on the Rugby Law playlist. So their maul is formed by Australia and Wales, and let's say the maul ends unsuccessfully. So then the first thing is the ref will award the scrum to the team not in possession at the start of the maul, in this case the Wales team. If the ref cannot decide who had possession of the ball, the team moving forward will have the scrum. And then if neither team was moving forward, the attacking team, so the team who has the ball, in this case the Australian team. A scrum can also be awarded for an unplayable maul after a kick in open play. Now, who gets the ball when it is kicked, caught, and then a maul is formed and stops and becomes unplayable? The team in possession of the ball at the start of the maul gets the scrum, so Australia. The scrum would be there where the maul stopped and become unplayable. Any failed restart or free kick will always have the option for a scrum to the non-offending team. So when you make the error at the kickoff and it goes into touch or it goes over the dead ball line, scrum here. Error made for the 22 dropout, scrum option would be there. And then if you made an error with a goal line dropout, maybe kicked it directly into touch, the scrum would be in the scrum zone, but still in the middle. A scrum can also be awarded when you fail to use the ball at a scrum, a ruck, or at a maul. So when a ball becomes available at the back of the scrum, the ref will call use it. If you don't use it, the ref will stop the game and award a scrum to the opponents on the exact same mark. After a while, if you haven't used the ball and it's available at the ruck, the ref will call use it and use it now. Then you have to play the ball or a scrum will be awarded to the other team. So when the maul stop moving forward, the ref will tell you to use it. When he says use it now, you have to use the ball now within 3 seconds, otherwise it will stop and award a scrum to the opponent. A scrum can also be awarded to the attacking side, the team who has the ball in hand, and when the ball touched the referee. So if you pass the ball against the referee or kick it against a referee and an advantage was gained, then the ref can stop the game and just award a scrum to your team, so the team who had the ball before it touched the ref. The ref can stop the game at any time for an injury, for safety reasons. Now if the game resumed, the ref can then award a scrum to the team who had the ball last in possession. The location of the scrum would be where the injury was. Now ideally the ref won't stop for every injury that happens on the field, but if the injured player gets in the way of the game, the ref would stop the game for safety reasons. Sometimes a scrum can be reset or the scrum stops, but not because of an infringement. So the ref would call a reset scrum and the ball would go to the exact same team who threw it in the first time. So here we have an example where Ireland scrum collapsed, not because of it's anyone's fault. So a reset scrum was called by the ref and Ireland gets to throw it in again. So when you decide to kick for poles, when you receive a penalty, the moment you indicate that you're going for poles, you have 60 seconds to make the kick. When you fail to make the kick within 60 seconds, a scrum will be awarded to the other team. The location of the scrum would be on the exact same mark as where the kick was taken. So if you look there at the top left, you will see that the shot clock will show in a moment and there's about 30 seconds left. So you had 60 seconds and 30 seconds was left, so more than enough time to make your kick. And then lastly, when you make a mark in the 22, when you called for mark and you don't take the free kick within 1 minute, a scrum will then be awarded to your team. So the player who made the mark, who called the mark and received the free kick, if they don't take it within 60 seconds, they will then receive a scrum. Make sure to look out for part 4 and future videos about the scrum yet to come.
Talk to my hand, I don't wanna talk.